Fat Fives Week 10 highlights for you this week with an action-packed list of fixtures as we slowly hurtle towards the end of the season, with this being the second last week to go. Looking at the lineups for Week 10, we start as usual off with Parmesan Belgrade. Parmesan Belgrade, little light on players this week, but still able to call upon Luke, Stephen, Ben, Martin and their newest addition, Lewis, to the team. Paddy also comes in as a commissioner player who himself is looking for a permanent move. Could Parmesan Belgrade be the place he ends up after this week? Flaberdeen team lineup for you now. They also are on the light side of things this week as well. Doug, Craig, Jamie and Barry all available for them this week, and they're also able to call in from the commissioner's squad Sean and another Barry to partner Barry in this team in Barry MC. Scrandinavia lineup is next on the list that we have for you today. Wayne, Lewis, Ryan, Chris, Adam and Matthew all there to help support their captain Lewis this week as they look to try and get closer towards securing the title. Paul from Commissioner's team also available this week to help them in the numbers department as they make that charge upward. O.B City team lineup for you this week now, and this is one of the very few teams this week that aren't relying on a commissioner player for their lineup this week. Willie's able to call upon Nathan Goggs, Brian, Craig, Adam, Matthew and new signing Matt, who's only in for his second appearance for the squad now as they look to improve things in their league standing. Rapid Viennetta lineup, and once again another team that is light on numbers and looking into the commissioner's team for support here. James, Niall, Jack all available from the main lineup to support Cal this week, with Stevie and John coming in from the commissioner's squad as Rapid look to try and get themselves back at the top of the table. Fatburn Rovers, who have had an improvement of form in recent weeks, have a strong lineup and alongside O.B City aren't calling on any commissioner's team this week. James is able to rely upon Terry, Robbie, Sean, Matthew, John, Finlay and Stephen as they try to close down some of the gaps above them to try and improve their final standing when it comes to the end of the season in a few weeks. Ivory Toast have been at the dizzying heights of the top of the league, and along with Fatburn Rovers and O.B City do not rely on any commissioner players this week. Greg is able to call upon Kev, Liam, Lewis, Chucky, Faustine, who's back from injury, welcome to see him back, and Connor into the team this week as they look to try and close down those top positions behind Scrandinavia. Finally, Bayern Bru, who have been an uptick of form so far in the last couple of weeks. They do have a commissioner player, Martin, joining them. Then Roscoe can also call upon Ash, Stephen, Gareth and Colin to complete this team this week. Martin, coincidentally, like Paddy, also looking to join a permanent team. Could they end up in Bayern? Looking at the league table before things kicked off, Scrandinavia jumped themselves to the top with a 5-point gap. Rapid and Ivory Toast only separated by 2 points. Fatburn Rovers close behind. And at the bottom there, Parmesan Belgrade 5 points behind Bayern Bru as they look to close down that gap at the bottom. Starting game that we have available for you this week is O.B City versus Parmesan Belgrade. O.B City in black shooting left to right and Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. Glorious sunshine that we had for the first couple of games here and then clouded up a little bit later, so apologies in advance for any of the lovely sun flare that we have on the cameras. You'll see that across our games, but should still be able to see all the action with nice, bright, natural sunlight. As Stephen goes forward for Parmesan Belgrade and puts it in the back of the net early on in this match. And Parmesan Belgrade have almost a shock lead in this match considering their recent form. Stephen, great driving forward there, takes a shot, has Willie for company, but manages to get it through the legs of Craig, who unfortunately doesn't get a better touch on the ball to stop it going in between the legs and into the back of the net. And it's 1-0 Parmesan Belgrade early on in this match as O.B there on the counter-attack straight away there, but good save by Ben in goals to deny a quick opportunity for O.B City to get back in this match. Parmesan Belgrade with Paddy having the ball and their own half of the pitch, played it through to Luke. Luke, he's round Willie, some great work there, and unfortunately for Luke it just hits the post, but Paddy puts it in the back of the net there on the rebound. Luke's shot here rolls across the goals, bounces it off the post there, and then Paddy on the follow-up there manages to scoop it past Craig into the back of the net, and it is 2-0 Parmesan Belgrade. They will be absolutely elated with this absolute fast start to this game. They've been struggling in recent weeks, finding themselves on the wrong end of results and having a tough old time, but this will surely spur them on, considering how strong this O.B City lineup is, though it's worth mentioning they are missing Luke after his injury last week, and we wish him well in recovery. As O.B City look to come forward with Willie, and there is the goal for O.B City. They have been threatening quickly after the goals that Parmesan Belgrade have scored, and they've found some fruition for their efforts here as Willie takes a shot there from about halfway into the Parmesan Belgrade half there, and Ben can't get a foot on it. So 2-1 in this game already, providing goals early on. As Stephen once again coming forward, can he get the shot? He does, and he does get another goal, and Parmesan Belgrade hit back almost instantly to let O.B City know that just because he scored doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Great run once again by Stephen here, taking on multiple players, getting himself in front of goal there, and then managing to get the shot away. And again, unfortunately for Craig, unable to stop Stephen's shot there. Stephen, who's been a bit of a revelation for Parmesan Belgrade, you have to say, with the goals contribution there, making it 3-1 for O.B City as the ball harmlessly rolls into Ben's box for Parmesan Belgrade. So 3-1 in this match. Parmesan Belgrade quickly taking a lead as they concede possession to O.B City. Look to come forward now. In front of goals is Adam. Can Adam get away? Yes, he does. There's Adam's goal. They got right in front of the goal there on the edge of the box and managed to put it away there, and that makes it 3-2 to O.B City in this match. 3-2 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match. The goal there from O.B City there. So Parmesan Belgrade still in front, but only now a 1-goal lead, and will that make things a little bit more tense for the Parmesan boys as Martin tries to play a ball through, but it's blocked down. Paddy now on the ball. Paddy looked like he was about to play a longer ball there, but decided to run across the pitch there. Stephen gets the shot away, hits the backboard unfortunately, and now an opportunity, but possession lost once again. And Parmesan Belgrade have the ball. Played out wide there to Luke. Luke now taking in. Luke with the shot. Oh, that's a great goal by Luke there. Brilliant ball control on the far side of the pitch. And we'll get a better view here from the zoomed in replay. You can see there, just takes that away from Willie there, buys himself a bit of space, and then from distance gets it into the far side. Just nicked off the post there, but Luke will not care. It is 4-2, and Parmesan Belgrade 2-goal lead back in place now. But for how long will it stay with Gogs in front of goals? Can he get the shot away here? Good defending there from Parmesan, but OB still have it with Gogs in the far side of the pitch. He's in the corner now. He'll need to get a little bit of room, which he managed to wriggle out, but ended up losing the ball into the Parmesan Belgrade. 4-2 the current score. Game providing absolute goals. And this is the first game of the week, as Paddy's got the ball in front of the goals there. Oh, and unfortunately for Paddy, hits the post. The follow-up from Luke, though. And Luke has got his hat-trick unbelievably. The boy who has found himself on a brilliant goal-scoring run this season for Parmesan Belgrade rounds off his hat-trick in the opening game of this week. He will be delighted. His most prolific goal-scoring form, I believe, that he's had since he's joined Fat Fives Football, but happily to be proven wrong there. Look, 3 goals for Parmesan Belgrade and makes it 5-2 as O.B City look to try and hit back quickly but are unable to get the ball on targets. Ball dispossessed there, but it remains with O.B City as Matthew comes forward. Now Matthew with a shot, and it cruelly hits the post for Matthew there in O.B City. Looked like that was going to nestle in the inside post, similar to Luke's shot earlier that was a goal, and unfortunately for Matthew, none such luck. So Parmesan Belgrade with the ball in their goalkeeper's box, look to get forward. Martin there. Oh, now that was unlucky there. I don't think Martin got much of the shout there for it. But he's back in the middle and it's saved away, and Parmesan Belgrade breathe a sigh of relief. But we'll be sitting in front of goals now, and Matthew does convert this time. Quickly trying to get the words out there that the ball hasn't been cleanly put away there. It's bounced over Martin there, misjudged the bounce there. Brian managed to find Matthew in front of goals, and Matthew this time does find the correct side of the inside post and converts the shot into the goal to make it 5-3. Now there's still a 2-goal lead here for Parmesan Belgrade, but it could be dangerous as it keeps getting chipped away here by O.B City. And Parmesan Belgrade will be desperate to be walking away with the 3 points in here. So will O.B City. They will definitely be wanting to get the 3 points in the game that they probably suspected or expected to win as they went in. As Stephen plays that across to Martin. Martin now. And Martin gets the goal, and he will feel a lot better after the misjudging of the bounce for Matthew's goal there, that he's now provided a goal into the goal scoring and to make it 6-3. And so that 3-goal lead is now back into place for Parmesan Belgrade, and it will give them a little bit of a cushion. However, O.B City looking to come straight away, and it is going just wide of the goal there, but Ben eventually gets it into the safety of his hands. Can Parmesan Belgrade hold on to this? There is still a lot of time left in this game, and it's nowhere near settled yet. As the ball in front of the goal there, and the shot saved by Ben. You can see him a little bit shaking out the sting of that shot in his hand there, but his team will be glad that he was able to provide the save there to keep the score at 6-3 for now. Ball into Parmesan Belgrade's half as Martin tries to clear it. Poor clearance there, and will it find an OB player? And it's just gone wide there, but it's still not away now. Brian still has the ball back to Goggs. Goggs the shot, and Goggs converts it for the goal there. Parmesan Belgrade, a bit of panic defending there, a little bit of ball watching there, as eventually all goes back to Goggs, and Goggs takes the shot from distance there into the bottom corner to add an O.B City 4th goal to the score. So 6-4 now, and this might be one of the scenarios in which Parmesan Belgrade were concerned about their comfortable lead being slowly chipped away, and there could be a little bit of panic that comes into play here. But if they keep their cool and apply the defensive measures, should be okay. As I say that, Goggs literally just hits the post there, and it is squeaky bum time for Parmesan Belgrade. O.B City looking to get started once again in this match as the ball is rolled out, makes it all the way through to Brian. Brian pushing forward now with the ball, plays it through there to Goggs. Goggs back to Brian. Brian to Goggs, and Goggs applies the finish, and it's 6-5 now in the game. Parmesan Belgrade will be feeling the tension now. Only 1 goal difference after being such a comfortable lead. We are moving towards the end. There is still a bit of time. In fact, there's still quite a bit of time here. Parmesan Belgrade need to focus and keep their heads together in order to secure the win here. O.B City will have their tails up. They will be smelling blood. They know they're only 1 goal away from getting something out of this. And if they get it quickly enough, oh, that was close there. If they get it quickly enough, O.B City, they may have an opportunity to go and win the game. But we'll need to see what happens here. Parmesan Belgrade with the ball at their goalkeeper. Play out to Lewis now. Lewis trying to find Martin. Martin's lost out to Nathan though, and Goggs picked it up. Nathan's on the move there. The ball in the middle. It's Nathan that picks up the ball in the middle of the pitch there. Apologies, that was Matthew was up against Martin earlier. I did say Nathan. Nathan was on the run on the end there, and you can see there the run from Nathan there. And O.B City have done it. They have got back into this game and made it 6-0. And it's a bit of a disaster scenario for Parmesan Belgrade. Like I said just a moment ago, very comfortable with their leads. And now they are facing the prospect of walking away with this game at the very least with a point. Unless they're able to get a goal here. Still a bit of time as they look to come forward. Shot there from Stephen. Great save there by Craig, and the follow-up as well. Oh, that almost crossed the line there. Craig managing to get down and scoop that away. And there's a call for handball there from the clearance there as Lewis takes the shot here. Let's have a look at the replay here. Yeah, there is a bit of a handball there, but the referee has given an indirect free kick from the penalty spot because of the speed. And you can see there at full play, very difficult to see, as a free kick's taken and it's just gone wide. Big shout out to the referee for giving that. Obviously, the speed of play, very difficult to see from there. Obviously, we have the advantage of the replay. You can see it was, but that was the best opportunity there. And the final score, 6-all between the teams here. Action-packed stuff. Match number 2 of Week 10 highlights at Fat Five Football. Season 8 sees Scrandinavia versus Fatburn Rovers. Scrandinavia in red shooting left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting right to left. As early on here, Fatburn Rovers looking to get forward, but they are stopped by the defence of Scrandinavia. Scrandinavia, who've had a massive uptick of fortune, find themselves at the top of the league and in contention for looking to seal up the Season 8 title. But Fatburn Rovers here will be looking to try and stop them as John's lost the ball to Chris, and Chris dinks it past the goalkeeper, and that is a disaster start there for Fatburn Rovers if they're looking to stop Scrandinavia. John there tried to play the pass. Chris read it well, quickest to the ball, and as Finlay tried to come out onto the edge of the box to block it, is unable to, and Chris dinks it past. John there with a hand of apology, knows the mistake he made, 1-0 to Scrandinavia in this match. Again, apologise for the beautiful sunshine that we had up here in Aberdeen during this recording. It's just one of those things that where we have the cameras positioned, obviously the sunlight goes into it, and we don't have an option to put it on the other side of the pitch, unfortunately. So the action continues on as the ball's intercepted there in the middle of the pitch by Robbie, and Robbie scores for Fatburn Rovers, and they have a hit back instantly. Unfortunate for Wayne there, trying to play the through ball, but Robbie read it well, manages to intercept there, and then takes the shot from distance and puts it into the bottom corner. Simple as you like for Fatburn Rovers there, and are able to take the opportunity given to them by Scrandinavia, and it is 1-1 in this match now as Scrandinavia look to try and push forward and put Fatburn Rovers on the defence now. Still in the Fatburn Rovers half, using the wall to their advantage, and then eventually it ends up in the Fatburn Rovers box. So the danger averted there. Wayne looking to restart from Scandinavia's box here, and he'll be looking to avoid what the likes of what he did last time with it. But it has elected to go long. This time it has found Matthew, so that's the safe option done there. Now Chris has picked up. Chris moving forward, Scandinavia. Oh, what a finish there by Chris. Too powerful a shot there. Finlay could not keep that ball out of the net there, and it goes into the back of the net. Chris there getting a little bit of pace there away from Robbie, and you can see the power of that shot, and Finlay unable to bring that ball under control. So 2-1 now to Scandinavia, put themselves back into the driving seat of this match with that goal, and another goal to add on Chris's tally as he storms towards trying to take that MVP title away from Goggs after Goggs won it 2 seasons in a row. Finlay there with the save, Fatburn Rovers, and now John looking to play the long ball forward. Lovely ball up top there, and unlucky for Fatburn Rovers, just hitting the crossbar there. That was a lovely piece of move from the team. Great teamwork there, and unfortunately just no end piece there as Chris gets another shot away for Scandinavia, but it's saved this time by Finlay, who does get the power behind it to stop it going in. Adam now asking questions of his team for support here for Scandinavia, trying to get forward. Almost comes back to him there, but eventually the goalkeeper for Fatburn Rovers comes across and gets rid of it, and James, captains for Fatburn Rovers, managed to play it back into their box to keep it safe there. So we join once again with Wayne trying to play the long ball. It does again, successful this time, and Chris cannot get a clean enough touch on it to put in the back of the net. Would have been a fantastic team goal there, but unfortunately they're unable to convert. Fatburn Rovers in their own half now, looking to play it forward. The ball on the opposite side of the pitch. This is a cutting ball through, a great run, but it's been intercepted. Now Matthew looking to play in Chris. Chris now takes a shot from distance, and Chris converts. Not only can he run with the ball up the pitch, but he can smash them from distance as well. Matthew collecting that intercepted ball, playing it on a plate for Chris there. Then Chris hitting from distance, finding the bottom corner, and Fatburn Rovers unable to stop that going in the back of the net. So a hat-trick for Chris in the opening game this week, and it makes it 3-1 to Scrandinavia. Can Fatburn Rovers get a reply in here soon as Finlay looks to play the ball and takes the shot, and it's saved by Wayne. The ball eventually goes all the way back to Wayne and goes, and they look to restart. Ball played out wide. Matthew always intercepted now, and toe poked in from Robbie with an absolute peach of an opportunity from him there. I say toe poked, we'll have a closer look at it here, but you can see the pass there. Ryan tried to play it, and then Robbie just gets in front and dinks it into the back of the net. Maybe not quite toe poke, maybe that's being a bit unfair to Robbie there, but it is a goal for Fatburn Rovers. Doesn't matter what part of the foot that is used to put it in the back of the net, as long as it goes in the back of the net. And it's 3-2 now. So only one goal between the teams as Scandinavia look to continue forward in their efforts to try and keep themselves in front of this game as Matthew hits the post there. So unlucky for him. Took that volley sweetly. And we are now into the last play of the game here. Looks like Scandinavia will be walking away with the 3 points and have the ball in possession as long as they don't give it up. And the referee blows the whistle. 3-2 to Scandinavia. Game number 3 from Week 10 Fat Fives Football sees Ivory Toast versus Rapid Viennetta. Ivory Toast in yellow shooting left to right. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting right to left as Ivory Toast and Chucky there have a very early opportunity to lead but unable to convert. Both these teams have been flirting at the top of the league with each other, but Scrandinavia recently coming in and disrupting the two-team battle there. So both will be looking to pick up points to try and take Scrandinavia down a peg. Although, as we've just seen in the last highlights there, Scrandinavia getting a win there means that there's more pressure on either of these teams to walk away with points. So expect a tight-fought contest here as James there manages to get that ball away from his box. Maybe not the best idea there, but eventually it lands safely into his hand, so worth it in the end there as he looks to roll out and get Rapid Viennetta on their way here. Rapid Viennetta looking to play it slowly from the back as they look to push forward, and they've done this time. And then the shot there and the goal from their commissioner player Stevie there, and they will be delighted with his contribution here. Lovely long ball played all the way through there. Very nice patient build up at the back there. And actually, I kind of thought they were going to lose the ball in their own defence there, but no, managed to show their calm and collectiveness, pick out the opportune moment, and then play that ball through for Stevie to slot away. So 1-0 to Rapid Viennetta, and they are the team who are looking hungry in this match. Ivory Toast looking to come forward as well as they do now with Liam, and the shot just goes wide there, unfortunately for Liam. Just could not get it on the target there. Lewis now playing it through the Chucky. Chucky with a lovely turn. Chucky still going, but he's playing it to Faustine now. Faustine now finding Liam. Liam with the ball. Great footwork here from the players, but eventually it makes it all the way back to James and goals, and the long ball forward once again. And there we go. It has proven effective once again there. James with an even longer ball through, piercing through the defence there. Jack up on his own there and manages to slot it into the back of the net, and Greg and goals unable to get anything on that to stop it going in. So 2-0 now to Rapid Viennetta, who have really cleverly played some very intricate counter-attacking football in order to draw in Ivory Toast and then hit them with a sucker punch there, and they've reaped the rewards now. Faustine with the ball takes the shot, but it just goes wide of goal there as Ivory Toast continue to try and get their opening goal in this match. Ivory Toast coming forward, shot from distance there from Kev, but it's deflected off a player, and now the opportunity for Rapid hit again, but Greg this time manages to get a block on it, and the header there from Stevie takes it away from Kev. Now Rapid up in the Ivory Toast defence there, but it goes all the way through to Chucky. Chucky now with the ball, looks to play it through to Liam, but Liam's left for Kev. Intercept there, Chucky with the volley, and it's in the back of the net from distance there. Great goal there from Chucky. Really picked out the opportunity. In fact, Liam, I think, got a slight touch on the ball as it was going through there and played it through to Kev. But the interception there, truly for Rapid Viennetta, but massively opportunistically for Ivory Toast. They're landing in front of Chucky, and Chucky hits one of those daisy cutters into the bottom corner, and it goes into the back of the net. So 2-1 in this game. Ivory Toast have finally got their opening goal as Cal takes the shot. And Cal scores almost an instant, in fact, pretty much an instant reply here from Rapid Viennetta shortly after the kickoff. Cal completely unopposed here, got miles of room there, and then just slots into the bottom corner there, and a couple of arms thrown up in the air by Ivory Toast. But you have to question who was supposed to be closing down Cal there, because they did not do their job at all. Gave an open invitation for Cal to get the shot away, and does, just as a ball from one of the other pitches comes in and interrupts play for a moment there. Greg's rolled it out to Faustine. Faustine going forward now, dancing around the players. Oh, what a finish there by Faustine. Some goal that. Took that in on the turn. You see right there in the middle of the pitch, takes it on the turn, and then Cal comes across to try and tackle, dances round him, and then takes the shot. Actually almost bamboozles James there. James dies over to the left, try and keep the legs out to cover that inside post, but Faustine sticks it into the top corner. Brilliant goal there from Faustine, and that makes it 3-2 in this match. Ivory Toast right back into this after that sucker punch from Rapid Viennetta after Ivory Toast got their first goal in this game. So now Ivory Toast pushing forward, looking for some more opportunities now that they found themselves into a position where they're back in this game. Good intercepting there, Faustine, and a lovely volley there, but James standing firm and matching the volley there by denying him and booting it out of his goal mouth there. Faustine once again on the ball, cuts inside past Jack. Faustine takes the shot. James once again stands up and makes a strong save there. Great goalkeeping there from James, keeping his side in a winning position in this match. Quick roll out to Jack from James now as he looked to get forward. Jack now going forward, but Greg will collect that ball easily. Now he's lodged his own counter-attack, but the ball is lost there by Ivory Toast. Long throw out here all the way through to Rapid, and then now eventually with Jack, and Jack takes a little shot from distance there, but Greg does get down to collect that. Both goalkeepers being worked here by the teams. Nothing maybe too testing for them yet, but they are being tested there. Cal with the shot there, but it's closed down. Jack now from distance. Greg with the reflective save there. And now we see Ivory Toast up the other end of the pitch, trying to get something away, but the shot there finds nobody, and it's now on the other side of the pitch. James getting Rapid away now. They've got a man free on the other side. He spotted him out, takes the shot there, and Jack gets a goal again for Rapid Viennetta in this match, and that now changes the scoreline to 4-2 in this match, and Jack there with another goal to keep his team happy. So Ivory Toast find themselves kicking off once again after having to concede 2 goals from Jack now, so he's on that brace. One more for that hat-trick to actually, technically, when we look back at the games, that would be a hat-trick in every one of our first 3 games, which I don't think has actually happened before, but it'll be interesting to see. As Rapid once again coming forward, but the save there from Greg denies them the opportunity to get a 5th goal. So still 4-2 in this match. Ivory Toast will be looking to try and get back into this game as soon as they can, as time is starting to slip away, and Liam almost does that there, but James manages to get the save away. Again, the goalkeeper's being kept very busy in this game as things start to get more testing for them, as Cal's shot just goes wide of the target there, and Greg will happily take that all day. And Kev's on the charge now. Kev up into the Rapid half, looking for some support here, and finds a teammate in Lewis. Lewis pushing forward, Lewis with the shot, and there we go. Ivory Toast have a 3rd goal in this match, and they have an opportunity to get fully back into this game with there only being a 1 goal difference between the teams. Great run there by Kev. Lewis puts himself into a good position in the middle of the pitch. Kev looks up, sees him there, and Lewis applies a finish. And 1 goal is now the only difference between the teams as the ball runs across the Rapid Viennetta defence there. Niall eventually gets it all the way back, and Cal now has it on his feet. Cal into the middle of the pitch there. But good battling there from Ivory Toast, but Rapid still have it, and now it's picked up by Liam. Liam, he's only got 1 player in front of him. The goalkeeper takes a shot, and he's hit the post! And that would have been the equaliser for Ivory Toast. Cruelly for them, they would have been straight back into things, all at level pegging. And as we're about to wrap things up here, I believe the referee's whistle about to go any minute now, as it does there. 4-3 to Rapid Viennetta is the final score. Game number 4 and the last of our first round fixtures for Week 10 sees Flaberdeen versus Bayern Bru. Flaberdeen in blue, shooting left to right. Bayern Bru in right, shooting right to left. Bayern Bru now on the attack as they look to switch things up with Roscoe playing it across there. And the shot there from Martin just saved there. Apologies for the movement with the camera. This was actually the camera team just trying to secure the camera after getting on the pitch last minute to get the cameras set up. So eventually it will settle down and stay stable. Bayern Bru looking to come forward after some good defensive work against Flaberdeen, but the ball has been lost on the other side of the pitch, and now Flaberdeen have the opportunity to come forward. Flaberdeen with Sean from the Commissioner's team playing it through to Jamie. Jamie looks to take the shot from distance. Oh, and it's paid off. Jamie taking the gamble there with the long shot, having faith in his ability to hit the target. He does so, the gamble pays off, and Flaberdeen get the opening goal there. Colin unable to get anything on that shot to stop it from going in the back of the net. And it is 1-0 to Flaberdeen. Flaberdeen, who have been having a bit of a downward trend of form recently, will be delighted with that start, getting that opening goal in this game. And it's something that they can definitely build on in this game if they continue to push forward. Free kick given to Bayern Bru after it's been blocked there by Flaberdeen player Martin with the shot there, but Barry from the Commissioner's team in goals, Barry MC. Because there is 2 Barrys in this team this week. This is going to be confusing for me as we go through this with the save. Bayern Bru have now intercepted the ball as they look to come forward. They play it out wide, and the shot there and the goal from Stephen there, making it 1-1. And Ash back from injury after a nasty knee injury caused, unfortunately, by himself, laying it up for Stephen there, who has been on form in Ash's absence, been scoring goals, and that makes it 1-1 in this match. I always say Stephen's been scoring goals even when Ash was in the team, but good to see the two of them on the field together once again and being able to connect and lay up goals for their team. 1-1 scoreline now, everything back to even square as Roscoe has the ball in front of goals. Roscoe with a shot, great save there by Barry Ingalls, almost losing his footing there, but manages to use the goal frame to keep himself up, and the danger is averted afterwards. Flaberdeen intercepting there, Jamie looking to pick up the ball, hits a little shot there, and it's just wide there. Looked like a good decision there from Jamie, just unfortunately couldn't hit it on target. Now Ash with the ball at feet, Ash looking to go forward, does so, and it's left by two players there. It's left by Roscoe there, not two players. It goes through to the second player, Stephen, and it is converted for a goal. And it's 2-1 Bayern Bru there. The confusion there was obviously Jamie left it as well and made the mistake there of thinking for a moment he's part of Bayern Bru. And Bayern Bru get the second goal and put themselves in the lead thanks to Stephen there, who is pretty much from kickoff there, just intercepted the ball. But Flaberdeen do get it back, and eventually Bayern Bru settle it down all the way through to their goalkeeper. The ball out to Martin. Martin, oh, lovely dribbling there from Martin. Can he finish there? It's blocked there, but the follow-up shot, and it's saved by Barry. So Bayern Bru in the lead, 2-1 in this match. They are looking hungry, though. They are looking like most likely the next team to score as the ball goes to Roscoe. Great save there by Barry Ingalls. Cool as you like, strong foot, stuck out there, stops a good shot there from Roscoe. And Flaberdeen look like they've maybe got themselves a little secret weapon in Barry Ingalls there as the ball gets played to Roscoe. But unfortunately this time, Barry can't get a strong hand behind it, and Roscoe this time does find the back of the net. Commentator's curse, as I said there about the secret weapon, it goes into the back of the net. But you can see that Barry does get a hand on it, and so it's just unfortunate that he couldn't get anything stronger behind it to stop it there. But for Bayern Bru, that's exactly what they wanted out of that scenario, and it's 3-1 now to them as Craig comes forward, looks to play through, ball to Barry C, who is one of the original members of Flaberdeen, plays it back to Craig now, and the shot is blocked down. You see Jamie on the far side making that run, but unable to be picked up. But Barry's picked up the ball now. Bit of a disaster clearance, and Craig punishes Bayern Bru for that disaster clearance there. It's played far too quickly out the box, so you have to say no one in Bayern Bru ready for that. Barry C reacts best for it for Flaberdeen, and then finds Craig in front of goals, and Craig slots it away for 3-2, and Bayern Bru will be kicking themselves with that, as that was completely made by themselves, and their 2-goal lead is now gone in the game, back down to 1 goal. But they are still leading, so they are in the best position currently in the game to try and win it, as the ball intercepted there. Very clever interception as Jamie was in a fantastic position. Ball just off camera now, as Bayern Bru look to come onto the camera now and look to build up slow as they play it across to Ash. Ash with the shot. Ash with the goal. Great to see Ash back once again after a significant period of being out injured. And he's once again on the scoreboard. Lovely little shot there into the back of the net. Bayern Bru delighted that their 2-goal lead is now back in place thanks to Ash. And it's 4-2. And Flaberdeen looking to quickly get back into this game. And they have the ball in their own half looking to restart. Craig picks up the ball now for Flaberdeen, looking to play it forward. Decides to drive forward. Ash there for company. Takes the shot away. Just hits the backboard. Doug there with the shot. And Doug gets the goal for Flaberdeen. That gets them right back into this game, making it 4-3. Craig with a great run there. Ash trying to apply some pressure, but Craig has a little bit of the distance advantage there to get ahead of him. And then Doug with a shot close to Stephen there. And I think that's maybe just offset the goalkeeper's line of sight there. That's made it more difficult for the save. They don't care for Aberdeen. I can go into detail about this all I want. They won't care. It is 4-3, and that's what matters to them. They have only one more goal that they have to get in this game to be on level pegging. But Bayern Bru coming forward now. Ball's not away. 2 saves there by Barry. 2 incredible saves there by Barry. And I actually thought that for a minute we were going to see the Bayern Bru team get a 5th goal. But no, denied by the commissioner player as Doug and Gareth go in for the 50-50 there. Gareth, a brilliant run there. Gareth with a shot. Oh, that's brilliant there from Gareth. Held off the player there with such strength. Manages to apply the pace as well as Doug. You can see they're trying to keep up there. And the shot there from Gareth goes into the far net. Great finish from him there. And that is Bayern Bru's 5th goal now. And does that signal the end of the Flaberdeen comeback? But the ball's landed with Barry there. Sean can now has an opportunity. Sean in front of goals. Sean has got the goal. And we're back to only a 1-goal difference between the teams. A great, quick counter-attack there from Flaberdeen from the kickoff. Barry collecting that ball in front of the goals there. A little bit loosely, and I think it bounced off the goalkeeper there. But Sean managed to get himself into a good position in which he was right in front of the goal. Didn't panic, took his time, and then found the place where he wanted to slot it. So 5-4 in this match is now the difference between the teams as Flaberdeen up into the Bayern Bru half. Plays it through to Barry. Can Barry convert? And he just missed the target there. Unfortunately there for Barry, just couldn't put it in the back of the net as Flaberdeen looked to come forward once again. You see Barry there struggling with the low sun. Craig trying to find a player, dug there with a shot, and it looks like the goalkeeper there got a great touch on that to take that away. As Bayern Bru now up into the Flaberdeen half. Absolutely breathless stuff as we get to the end of this game. Another save there by Barry, who has basically kept Flaberdeen in this throughout all of Bayern Bru's attacking forward. Then another save by him. And you do wonder if Barry hadn't done such a great performance in goals here, would this match been as close as it is? But now we're into the last bit of play here. Stephen with the ball. Sean intercepts. Referees look at the watch. Blows the whistle. 5-4 to Bayern Bru, the final score. Moving on to game number 5, week 10, season 8 Fat Fives Football sees Flaberdeen versus Rapid Viennetta. Flaberdeen in blue shooting left to right, and Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting right to left. Sun is now going down a little bit, so hopefully you can see a little bit more of the footage better. But as I'll continually say, we apologise for the sun and lens flare on the footage, as the shot early on there from Craig for Flaberdeen is saved by Rapid. So that is the first warning shot for Rapid that Flaberdeen are here to try and win this match, certainly. Limbo played all the way up, but no one there for Rapid Viennetta can get on the end of it, and now Flaberdeen looking to come forward, but the dispossession has happened there into the Flaberdeen half, and now there's a chance here, and Niall does get the shot away and does get the goal for Rapid Viennetta to strike first in this match. The ball intercepted there on the far side, and then eventually the on-rushing Niall is picked out, played perfectly into the feet, and he smashes past at Barry after Barry's wonderful goalkeeping performance in the last match. He found himself picking the ball out of the net early on in this game. So 1-0 to Rapid Viennetta in this match. And you wonder, will this be a high-scoring game, or are we going to see some brilliant goalkeeping antics as we've seen from both his keeper previously? As Sean's lost the ball there, but Barry in goals bails him out for that. Sean obviously a little bit frustrated with himself, and apologies for any language you may have heard that right next to the camera. It's really hard to hide that during the match in post-production. As Rapid play the ball into the middle there, it's saved. And the follow-up lands right at the feet of John from the Commissioner's team there. And he takes full advantage and puts it into the back of the net. Good save there from Barry earlier on. Just unfortunate that John it's unfortunate for Flaberdeen, but it's absolutely fortunate for Rapid Viennetta. John is the first one to manage to get onto the ball and strikes it cleanly into the back of the net. And makes it 2-0. And the ball's been lost straight away from here. And eventually Jamie closes down the shot in order to make up for the bad pass there. So he's managed to make amends for that slight mistake there. No harm, no foul, as they say there, as Barry gets down and makes a good save to deny Rapid Viennetta quickly getting a third goal. Craig manages to push forward with the ball at feet, takes the shot, and it is just off the post, I think there actually is how that bounced back. And then eventually lands at the feet of James, unfortunately, for Craig and Flaberdeen. Still yet to find their opening goal as it goes to the dug. Can this happen now? And James pushes that ball onto the post, and eventually it goes all the way back to Craig, though in front of goals. James with another save. Incredible goalkeeper there. And then his captain manages to get the ball back to him. Plays the ball out quickly now. Jack on the end of that, and Jack gets the goal in this game. Fantastic counter-attack strategy there. We saw Rapid do this in the earlier game. Quick balls out from the back as they look to push forward, and then Jack eventually getting it in the back of the net. Unfortunately for Barry there in goals for Flaberdeen, unable to get his foot quite on that, and he will be frustrated that he's not been able to get anything onto that. So 3-0 for Rapid Viennetta, shooting way into an early lead early on here as they look to come forward once again. but eventually it is blocked out by the Flaberdeen team. And Flaberdeen now looking to build it from the back, rolled it towards Doug as he looks to push forward, using the wall there, and he's through all the way. Can he find a teammate? Craig offer some support there. Craig does get to the ball now, but he's getting crowded out by players. Sean up against Rapid's players there, and it's been lost. It's a fair tackle. Through goes Niall, and Niall puts it in the back of the net there, and Sean will be frustrated with himself there. Thought he was going to be able to squeeze past there. John there with a hand of apology, but it's a fair tackle from Niall to win the ball in the first place. And if you look at the replay, but again, we won't if we'll carry on with the play. Niall does block the ball, and I think it's just a little bit of a clattering of feet afterwards that tumbles Sean. So 4-0 in the game. Rapid Viennetta going into a rapid lead here of 4 goals. And Flaberdeen are finding themselves in a little bit of a mess as the ball goes all the way through, but not close enough for Bay to pick up. Now Jack's got an opportunity here, and it's been denied. And Jack will let the ball go through to Cal now. Now there's a shout in space for it there. It's found the target, and Stevie there manages to get it into the back of the net. A great shout there from the commissioner player to let the Rapid Viennetta captain know where he was in the prime position to collect that ball, and he did, and he managed to slot it away into the back of the net. 5-0 now to Rapid Viennetta. We have actually, no, we haven't. I was going to say we have 5 different goal scorers. We don't. Niall's got 2, so we've got 4 different goal scorers over 5 goals there, with Niall being the only player to have multiple goals in this match. And there's a mistake there again, or it's been intercepted, but it's been blocked down there by Flaberdeen. They'll be happy. Chance now. Can Jack put it away? Yes, he can. Unfortunately, oh, hold on. The referee's saying he's in the box. Let's have a look at this replay now. You can see he touched it outside the box. Oh, it's the second one. Oh, the first touch is absolutely fine outside the box. It's the second follow through because he didn't quite get a clean touch on it. Absolutely unlucky for Jack there, but Flaberdeen will definitely take that. They're being on the back of a bit of a bruising here as the ball's loose once again. And Stevie gets a second goal for himself. So now he joins Niall as the other player with 2 goals in this match. Once again, Flaberdeen losing the ball in the middle of the pitch. Some nice tackling from Rapid, but their counter-attacking has been lethal over the games. So Stevie on 2 goals, Niall on 2 goals, and some other goal scorers there for Rapid Viennetta. You'll be able to see as the scorers come up in the graphics as we continue on. Doesn't matter though, Rapid only care about the scoreline. Maybe individually they care about the scores. As Sean has an opportunity there, doesn't quite get it. Oh, hits the post. And to be honest, that just sums up Flaberdeen today, unfortunately. Their luck has been rotten in this game. They have done things so well, but just hasn't come off. As Jamie on a brilliant run here. Eventually, it gets all the way through to Barry. Barry with the shot. Barry gets a goal. And you know what? They definitely deserve that goal with it. There's been some really good movement with the ball there. Like Jamie's run there that eventually gets it all the way through to Barry. And Barry hits it first time. Goes to the little gap there. James can't get down quick enough. And at least Flaberdeen will walk away with a goal. Potentially more. There is still time in this match, but they definitely deserve to get a goal in this game. They have played well at times. They've just been absolutely nailed on the counter-attack from Rapid. And as we saw in the early game, Rapid have been doing that to other teams as well. So it's just unfortunate this week. Good battle there in the middle, and eventually Doug gets interception there. Plays it all the way through to Barry though. Barry back to Doug. Can Doug get the shot away? Good save there from James, and eventually goes back into the safety of his box where they're able to start again. Rapid Viennetta, they're on the defence, and James with another save. The ball's rolled out his box this time. He can't get a hold on it as Sean looked to try and get a pass in, but eventually it's bounced in there and James plays it, but it's a bad pass there. It's found Craig. Sean's in space now. Can Sean get the goal? Yes, he does. Sean gets a goal. Make that 2 goals for Flaberdeen that they'll be walking away with at least, and that will at the very, very least help to reduce some of the goal difference that they will have to endure and suffer from at the end of this match. Not enough time, you would think, at least from my vantage point, and I'm looking at how much time is left in this match and in these highlights. Not enough time for Flaberdeen to get into this game and maybe get the draw, but they can certainly reduce that goal difference. As a great save there from Barry, and it's safely put into the box there. And that's also the thing, Barry's pulled off some good saves in this match, and he is a little bit unfortunate at times to be picking the ball 6 times out the net. But credit to Rapid, they have been ruthless when they've had opportunities. As Stevie's intercepted the ball here from Sean, and Doug tries to get it off from there, but it's unable to. Plays it to the Jack, and Jack puts it in the back of the net. And that's now 3 Rapid players with 2 goals each in this game. Stevie, brilliant interception there. Jack in the right position. Stevie plays it to the Jack. Nice little touch there, and Jack just slots it into the back of the net there. And it's 7-2 now in this game for Rapid Vienneta as we go hurtling towards what should be the final whistle very shortly as Barry's shot there is saved by James. Maybe just one attack left in this match. Rapid Vienneta couldn't get an 8th, could they? Jack all the way through there. Oh, and he can't quite get a good shot on it to get his hat-trick. 7-2 final score for Rapid Vienneta in this game. Game number 6, we're at the halfway point for Week 10 highlights, and this match is O.B City versus Ivory Toast. O.B City in black shooting left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow shooting right to left. Early on there, O.B City with the opportunity in front of the Ivory Toast goal, but unable to convert. Ivory Toast with the ball in their half now, looking to try and play it forward. Faustine getting it up to Chucky there. What a goal there by Chucky. Might have been slightly hard because of sunlight there. We can see better in the replay. Faustine, great ball up there. Chucky flicks it up there. Round Matthew, does get a touch. And then before he even touches the ground, Chucky gets the volley. What a goal. No wonder he's been talking about this goal since it happened. He's going to try and dine out on that for the rest of the weeks that's left in this season. 1-0 to Ivory Toast. Credit to Chucky though. Brilliant finish on that. And yeah, 1-0 to Ivory is the score. A little bit speechless with that, to be honest. Chucky does score some good goals as he had the opportunity just a moment ago there, but it's saved by Matthew in goals for OB. So OB City behind in this match. That's 2 games in a row now that they've ended up behind at the start of the game. They certainly can come back into games as the shot once again saved there by Matthew in goals for OB City. Ivory Toast coming forward, looking to play it across the back, tries to find Kev. Kev does see the ball, but Brian's there for pressure. But it's lost there in the shot, and then it's saved. I think Greg there actually also lost his hat. Might have been saved from the hat as well. So he'll be thankful he's wearing that. We do allow cats for goalkeepers, as outlined in our rules, in case any viewers are wondering. But they're not going to wonder about the scoreline because Liam has just made it 2-0. The ball all the way up into the OB City half there. And then eventually Liam picks up on a slightly loose ball. Connor unable to get a proper touch to play it to Liam there. But Liam does get across and pick up before OB City does. And puts it in the back of the net to continue his rich vein of goal scoring form. And Ivory Toast can thank Liam for that goal scoring form as one of the reasons that's put them at the top of the league this season, or thereabout. OB City come forward now with Goggs. Quickly out by Greg there. Good save there and denies Goggs from getting a goal. Ball played long. Brian's intercepted it though, so the possession's been swapped over as Lewis tries to get a tackle in. Unable to. Ball squared to Adam and he can't quite get a foot on it there, unfortunately. So it goes wide of the goal there. Ivory Toast now into the OB half, looking to try and make something out of this. Liam on the far side, looking to pick up the ball. He's got Faustine here on the nearer side of the camera. In the middle of the pitch now, Faustine has it up against Adam. Looking for a player there. Will he go himself? Plays it back to Liam. Liam takes the shot. Liam with the goal. And as I was saying earlier, his rich vein of goal-scoring form has been a massive asset to Ivory Toast there. Little layoff there by Faustine. And then the tiniest gap between Adam and Brian there, let alone Matthew in the goalkeeping position there. Manages to get it past all 3 of them without touching any of them and into the back of the net to make it 3-0 to Ivory Toast. As Chucky has the ball, losing Faustine. Matthew this time with a good strong hand to push that ball wide. Ivory Toast now, ball in their half, looking to counter-attack. Kev's picked up the ball though away from the OB players. Kev goes forward, Kev with the shot. Saved there by Matthew. And now OB looking like they're going to come on the counter-attack. But Chucky steals the ball. Can Chucky get the shot away? He does! And there is a second goal for Chucky. Smash from distance there. You can see the ball trying to play forward there. Chucky comes in with a tackle and then pushes forward and then gets that shot away to make it 4-0 to Ivory Toast. and they have a 4-goal cushion in this match. And actually, from my vantage point, there isn't a whole lot of time left in this match. If O.B are going to get back into this game, they are going to have to score now and quickly score again afterwards, most likely. But it doesn't look like that so far. Willie now with the ball at feet. Can he quickly get the team a goal in order for them to push on to try and get something out of this? Brian looks to play it in, and Craig cannot finish from there. And we are now entering the last piece of play. Ivory Toast will walk away with the points, and they will walk away with a clean sheet. 4-0, the final score. Game number 7 of Week 10's highlights for Fat Fives Football Season 8. See Scandinavia versus Bayern Bru. Scandinavia in red, shooting left to right, and Bayern Bru in purple, shooting right to left. So both these teams looking to pick up vital points. Scandinavia in their pursuit to try and secure only their third title since the very, very start of Fat Fives Football. Scandinavia being one of the original inaugural teams that we've had here. Won it on Season 1 and Season 2, but have had really rotten luck since finding themselves at the bottom of the leagues in following seasons. As Martin there for Bayern Bru getting his shot saved there. Bayern Bru have had, until this season, have had some relative success since their inclusion since they included into the league a couple of seasons ago. Scandinavia on the defence now. They look to break away with Adam. Adam now looks to find Paul, and he does. Paul from the Commissioner's squad in this week to help out Scandinavia, and he has done that in this match from the off with the opening goal there. Great pass there by Adam, some great counter-attacking play there from Scandinavia, and Paul puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to the league leaders in this match. Scandinavia now have picked up the ball after kick-off here and on the attack again. They're up into the Bayern Bru half, but eventually Bayern Bru stopped them in their tracks. So Bayern Bru now on the defence, 1 goal down in this game, looking to come forward through. They've got Gareth. Gareth with a shot there and just goes wide from distance. Looked like it might have snuck into the bottom corner there. But Scandinavia once again looking to build up from the back through Matthew. Matthew now moving forward, finds Chris, their top goal scorer. Chris now, can he get another? And there's a big save there by Ash in goals for Bayern Bru. And that denies Chris getting another goal into his goal-scoring charge. Ball played out to Ryan. Ryan now, lovely turn away from Stephen. Ryan's pass has been intercepted by Roscoe though. Roscoe pushing forward, finds Martin. Martin with a shot, and as much as Wayne got a glove onto it, it wasn't enough. And it's gone into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Roscoe pushing forward here, playing it through to Martin, then Martin with the shot there. And in fact, it's actually the legs of Wayne there that it bounces off of. Not much to be done there from Wayne, unfortunately, and that makes it 1-1 in this match. Scandinavia kicking off now, looking to try and get things restarted to try and get them back into the driving seat once again. So 1-0 still being the score in this game so far as Scandinavia look to come forward. Matthew losing the ball there and eventually just clears it away before Bayern Bru pick it up. But unfortunately Martin has, and now it's Gareth there, and the shot is saved there by Wayne. And that looked like Bayern Bru were about to cut through Scandinavia in the counter, but had been denied. Stephen there looking to play it through to Martin, the goal scorer, but this time Wayne does save it. Stephen back to Martin, and this time Wayne does deny Martin's shot to keep it at 1-1. Chris with another blistering shot there. Chris, who hasn't been on target as much in this game as usually is, as Roscoe gets the ball there, bounces off the post, and then Wayne there almost scrambling to try and catch it, but luckily enough for him, the defenders are there to see it back. Bayern Bru looking good in this game, but Scandinavia picked up the ball with Chris. Chris dancing past Colin there. Chris is pushing forward, keeps going there. Roscoe with, it's in fact, does it misses Roscoe? It's a save there. There's shouts for sliding tackle there, and then Roscoe puts it in the back of the net. Well, a lot of controversy there. There was shouts for a slide tackle. When I looked at it previously, I don't think it is a slide tackle. I think Roscoe's foot slips. He tries to block, but he goes forward and puts the ball in the back of the net, and that's what will be the hot topic from the Scandinavian players, that even if he might not have, it's still the fact that they all waited for the ref, but nothing given. Doesn't matter though. Referee has waved play on 2-1 in this match. And also just to say as well, it wasn't actually Roscoe that blocked the shot. It was bounced off the boards. It went past Roscoe as well. So Take that as you will, viewers. We don't allow slide tackles, but was it a slide tackle or was it an attempted block? We'll leave it for you guys to decide. 2-1 is the score, though. That is the most important thing, no matter what controversy, questions or opinions are, as Paul's shot is saved there by the Bayern Bru goalkeeper, which I believe is still Ash in goals just now. Long ball played up to Martin there, but Paul for Scrandinavia gets across there to see it out, and Wayne has to get this ball on the move quickly. There's only one goal in this. Scrandinavia still have a little bit of time to get back in, but time is running out as Bayern Bru hold onto the ball, play back to the goalkeeper, and there's the final score, 2-1 to Bayern Bru. Game number 8 at week 10, season 8 at Fat Fives Football, and we are into our last fixture of the second round of games from week 10. In this match, we bring you Parmesan Belgrade versus Fatburn Rovers. Parmesan Belgrade shooting left to right, Fatburn Rovers shooting right to left. As early on here, Parmesan Belgrade with a couple of chances, but unable to hit the target. Fatburn Rovers with Robbie pushing forward now all the way through to Stephen. Stephen looking to play up to James. James over the shot. And Captain James with the early opening goal in this match. Robbie there playing that ball across the pitch there to Stephen. Stephen playing it there to James. And then James getting the shot away there to make it 1-0 to Fatburn Rovers in this match. Good start for them in this game. And Parmesan Belgrade, after the highs of the start that they had when the game against O.B City, are back to finding themselves behind in this game. But still early on, only 1-0, plenty of time for Parmesan Belgrade to get back in. Great play here though by Parmesan Belgrade all the way through to Lewis, and unfortunately just could not hit the target, just hitting it over the goals there. Stephen in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, looking for some runners and some options. Sees a run there of Lewis. Lewis takes it down, Lewis with the shot, and Sean in goals for Fatburn Rovers, denying him the opportunity there as Parmesan Belgrade on the attack once again. But Fatburn Rovers have it back now. Ben comes across and intercepts that. Now finds Lewis in front of goals. Lewis with the shot, and he just tried to dig it out from his feet there and is unable to get it any more on target than what he got there. I think the goalkeeper did get a safe touch though, so it was on target as the ball almost rolled into the back of the net there for Fatburn Rovers. Absolutely dicing with things there, but they get away with it. Parmesan Belgrade on the attack now. Paddy with the shot there, but saved once again there to deny Parmesan Belgrade a chance to get an equalising goal in this game. Action on the other side of the pitch, unfortunately. Lost a little bit by the sunlight there as Fatburn Rovers come through with James, and the save is made with Ben now in goals for Parmesan Belgrade as they look to switch over keepers Stephen and Ben, and Fatburn Rovers doing the same, making a little adjustment to their goalkeepers there as well in their net. Parmesan looking to come forward. Luke has the ball there, but it's being shut down, and Lewis there's been shut down, and Sean has converted the goal there. Lewis with the ball at his feet there, tried to play it through to his teammate there. Sean just intercepts there, takes the shot from distance, brilliant shot there from distance, and it goes in the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Fatburn Rovers in this match. And Parmesan Belgrade, now finding themselves 2 goals down in this game, are going to be looking to get back into this match very promptly to ensure the gap doesn't get any bigger. John battling well there with Lewis near the camera, and then switches the ball across the pitch, finds Finlay in the middle though, and Sean, the goal scorer, once again has the ball up against Lewis though. Sean with the shot, and Ben manages to clear that shot away. Action now happening just off camera, so apologies for that, but it's back to Finlay. Finlay takes a shot from distance, finds the bottom corner, and that is 3-0 now for Fatburn Rovers, and things have gone bad to worse for Parmesan Belgrade. Great shot there by Finlay, right from distance there, and Ben just can't get across quick enough to get a foot out to block it there, and it's 3-0 now the scoreline, and Parmesan Belgrade's task has got much worse as Finlay intercepts the pass across the back there, and it's 4-0. Martin takes the touch there, looks to play it past to Luke there, but Finlay just jumps in there, and as much as the pass is bad there, I think Luke was unable to detect the danger. He might have been advising Martin to play it elsewhere there, but it was too late for it there. Finlay stepped in, said thank you very much, and slotted away the 4th goal, and with a matter of moments It is now turning into a bit of a mountain here for Parmesan Belgrade, but they do have the ball coming forward with Paddy. Paddy's got John for room. Got past him there, takes the shot, and Paddy gets a goal, and that's going to be a shot in the arm for Parmesan Belgrade, that there is an opportunity to get back into this game. Great run there by Paddy, and then Stephen came across to try and close down, but Paddy manages to give him the eye, send him the wrong way, and then go through and goal and slot it away to make it 4-1 in this match. So that run from Fatburn Rovers has been stopped by that goal from Paddy in this game. But Fatburn Rovers still looking hungry for some more goals now as the ball's played into the middle to John. And it's taken away there by Stephen, but luckily enough, it's a reflex save there by Ben after Stephen tried to clear it, but almost shot it straight in the back. And then Martin have an opportunity here, and just too close to the goalkeeper. Now Finlay's pushing forward. Finlay keeps going on a post. Finlay with a shot. Finlay with the goal, and Finlay completes his hat-trick with a superb finish there. Unopposed there, Finlay. Everybody dropping back, giving him time and space, and then he takes the shot from distance and puts it in the back of the net. John darting out all the way to dodge the goal there, and that makes it 5-1 with Finlay completing his hat-trick. And Parmesan Belgrade have it all to do now, and it looks like they're going to have to either get super aggressive and try and get back into this game. So, I mean, aggressive attacking, not aggressive, but they're going to have to get attacking into this game very, very soon, or they're going to have to shut up shop to make sure that they don't lose any more. John now with the ball for Fatburn Rovers. Finlay back to John. John with a shot. Well, the back door hasn't been shut yet, because there is another goal that goes in to make it 6-1. You can see the shout there from Finlay for the passing move. John does so and then manages to smash it into the back of the net, and that is 6-1, the scoreline in this match to Fatburn Rovers as they look to continue their romp in this game against Parmesan Belgrade. Parmesan Belgrade looking shell-shocked almost from game one, maybe still shocked to the fact that they actually ended up drawing the game against O.B City. As John hits the post there, it looked like it was actually going to bounce off the post and go in. Cruelly for John, it didn't. It bounced straight out, and Parmesan Belgrade will be thanking the post that it didn't go in the back of the net to make 7. Paddy on the run. Paddy tries to get the shot away. Good goalkeeping there from Matthew to deny him there. Parmesan Belgrade running out of time even just to get another goal in this game. Definitely running out of time to get back into this as John takes the shot there. It's blocked there. Ben, good save. They are strong foot to deny John. And we now enter the final passage of play here. Fatburn Rovers looking fully in control here. Parmesan Belgrade look absolutely knackered here. 6-1 final score to Fatburn Rovers. Game number 9 of week 10, season 8 Fat Five Football sees Ivory Toast versus Fatburn Rovers. And early straight away here, Connor with the opening goal, almost exactly from kickoff here. Not got enough time to even do the normal introductions to the match. We're straight in with a goal. Connor taking that ball as it bounces off the backboards and then slotting it past the Fatburn Rovers goalkeeper. So straight away, 1-0 to Ivory Toast, who have definitely laid their intentions out straight away for everyone to see, as Robbie tries to hit back just as quick, but is saved and denied. So Ivory Toast in yellow, shooting left to right. Fatburn Rovers in green, and in John's case, black, shooting right to left. And just FYI, it's because there's a colour clash with some of the colourblind players there, as Lewis manages to stick it in the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Ivory Toast there in the corner. Stephen there looked to try and clear it there, but the pass is misplaced, and Lewis just jumped on Stephen's pass there and puts it in the back of there. You can see the head and hands there from John. Nobody was ready for that pass in the Fatburn Rovers defence. The only person ready was Lewis, who managed to convert it into the goal. 2-0. Ivory Toast right out of the traps here. Definitely all guns blazing as they look to get themselves in a commanding lead here. Pass once again intercepted. Now Fatburn Rovers on the attack. Robbie's pass doesn't quite make it. Shot from John, and the rebound there by Robbie is a goal for Fatburn Rovers. The pass intercepted there. Jan, new nickname for John. John's shot there just goes wide of the goal there, and then Robbie manages to get it on the rebound there. So a nice little assist from John/Jan there to get Fatburn Rovers into this match with their opening goal. 2-1 in this match, as you may have seen there as well. Sean taking off the bib to ensure that there isn't any clashes between the light green of the bibs and the tops and any other bibs used by players. And Lewis there with a third for Ivory Toast. This game has been absolutely non-stop since kickoff here. Corner battling well with John there. Gets the ball across to Lewis, who slots it in the back of the net. And Ivory Toast get their 2-goal lead back in place now. And Lewis gets a second goal of the game. 3-1 now to Ivory Toast. Absolutely stunning start and stunning early scenes in this game with both teams scoring as Fatburn Rovers look to try and get up the pitch. Can Stephen find Sean? And the ball just rolls away from Sean there, unfortunately for him and the Fatburn Rovers team. Greg there with the save as Faustine looked to get on the end of that pass there, and the ball is rolled all the way out to Kev in the Fatburn Rovers half. Kev looking for some support here, trying to make some space, gets the shot away, doesn't need the help, doesn't need the support, finds the only gap next to the goalkeeper there and makes it 4-1 in this match. Goals galore in this game. Wonderful shot there by Kev. Completely tight angle. Manages to stick it into the small gap there and make that 4-1 to Ivory Toast. Ivory Toast now in the driving seat now to get themselves out of this game with all 3 points, and Fatburn Rovers will be feeling a little bit shell-shocked, but they're coming forward now. Robbie over to Sean. Sean's shot there, and Greg there with the save. Still loose though as ball gets played across. A disaster for Ivory Toast and Kev there. That looks like it's an own goal there. Sean tried to toe put that. Kev puts it at the foot to stop Robbie at the back post there. I think his intentions there to just try and get it into the box, take the pace off it, but he's accidentally poked it into the back of the net. And now Fatburn Rovers have an opportunity to get back into this game thanks to Kev there with the unfortunate OG. 4-2 in this game. Game's got it all. Goals and own goals as Chucky goes on a mazy run here. Can he finish? He can! What a goal there by Chucky. We spoke about his goal in the earlier game. That was a fantastic volley, but what a solo run there. In and out between players, and then it gives the goalkeeper the dummy. The goalkeeper is almost doing handstands there, and he slots it away. That'll be 2 goals, and he's going to try and down out on for the rest of the season. Thank God there is only a couple of weeks left now, otherwise we'll never hear the end of this from him though. Big credit to Chucky though, 2 fantastic goals this week. He'll be delighted. Fatburn Rovers are all over the place now with that. Ivory Toast are 5-2 up. Fatburn Rovers on the attack as they try to compose themselves a bit better now. Robbie's shot there is saved by the goalkeeper, and enough Ivory Toast defenders there to collect the ball. Kev with the ball at feet looks to play up to Liam, but it's been intercepted by James, trying to lead the attack now. James with the shot. Good save there from Greg. Fatburn Rovers will feel like a 10-ton truck has hit them in this match for the quickness of Ivory Toast. But now John is away now with the quickness. Look to find Robbie. Robbie through in front of goals at Faustine. Cleverly with the touch to take it away from Robbie before he gets the shot away and denies Fatburn Rovers the chance to have another goal in this game. Faustine now with the ball in the middle of the pitch, looks to play it forward, but John there, but it's been lost now. Faustine still has it. Great save by the goalkeeper to deny him there. Looked like that was destined to go in the back of the net, but did not. John's shot there cleared away by Greg. A little bit unorthodox, but managed to get away. Now Robbie coming forward. Robbie with the shot. Just wide. John on the rebound. Takes it down. Takes a shot. And John there gets his 3rd goal for Fatburn Rovers and gets his own first goal of the game in this match. Lovely control there by John. Gives the defenders a little bit of a dummy there. Makes some space for him there. And it's 5-3 in this match. So only 2 goals separating these 2 teams now. And will that mean that Fatburn Rovers create an opportunity for themselves to get fully back into this game? Or are they just looking at trying to reduce the goal deficit in the final score when it eventually comes? Kev with the ball up in the Fatburn Rovers end there as it gets saved. We'll carry on with the footage here as Kev's there claiming. Oh, in fact, he's actually looking for the pass there. Fosti's intercepted now. Can he create some plays it to Liam? Liam with opportunity. And it's saved by the goalkeeper. And now we enter the final bits of play here. Fosteen coming forward with the ball. Almost loses it in amongst his feet there. Looks to switch it across to Kev. Can Kev get the shot away? Does so. Saved by the goalkeeper. Referee blows the whistle. 5-3 is the final score to Ivory Toast. Game number 10, week 10, season 8 Fat Fives Football sees Scrandinavia versus Parmesan Belgrade. Scrandinavia in red, shooting left to right, and Parmesan Belgrade in white, shooting right to left. This is top versus bottom, folks. Scrandinavia are starting to build themselves a lead, which will put them in prime contention for next week to seal the title, while Parmesan Belgrade, unfortunately, are starting to see the teams above them build a bit of a gap. As Lewis here on a brilliant run there. Second ball, does he get the chance? And he hits just wide. And Parmesan Belgrade now have the opportunity to come forward. Paddy pushing forward. Paddy with the shot. And unfortunately, just wide of the goal there from Paddy. Lewis, though, second ball for Parmesan Belgrade, that is. Lewis, captain for Scrandinavia, clears it up. Matthew now with the ball, looking to switch it across. Martin, though, intercepts that accidentally. But Paddy converts from the opportunity that Martin's provided there. Martin really not fully aware of where that ball is. It actually looks like he's trying to get out the way. But it's actually a really good interception there from Martin. Lands at the feet of Paddy. Paddy takes the shot there and converts it. Martin will be able to claim the assist. 1-0 in this match as Chris pushes forward for Scandinavia to try and find a way back into this match. But the ball has been lost and now Parmesan Belgrade can come forward with it. Ball on the opposite side of the pitch goes all the way back to Matthew in the Scandinavian half, and Matthew looking to find Ryan, does so. Now he's found Adam. Ryan now tries to get forward but is blocked. Now Stephen has it to Lewis for Parmesan, and Lewis converts the goal there for Parmesan Belgrade. Lovely take there by him, and the goal there for Parmesan Belgrade thanks to the finishing of Lewis there, who only recently joined Parmesan Belgrade as a permanent player. He will be pleased with that impact that he's had there, and so that makes it 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match now. And this is a bit of a result, or well, current standings of the game. Parmesan Belgrade, the bottom of the league, 2-0 ahead against Scandinavia. Could this be the opportunity for Parmesan Belgrade to take a scalp of the league? Ball's been intercepted though by Chris, and Chris has pushed forward, finds Matthew. Brilliant finish there by Matthew, and there is a goal for Scandinavia to make it 2-1. Chris did a really good job there intercepting the ball on the other side of the pitch, but what a finish there by Matthew. Comes across, first time finish with the left foot, puts in the back, and then Ben unable to get anything on that, and that makes it 2-1 in this match. And is this the signal now that Scandinavia are ready to get into this game and maybe get a couple of goals? You would expect so for the team being so secure at the top, but anything can happen in these matches. Parmesan Belgrade could be the team to get forward and get more as Lewis comes through. So unlucky there for Lewis. Looks like he was almost about to put that in the back of the net with the finish, but is unable to thanks to the goalkeeping's efforts there of Wayne. And there's Scandinavia a chance to go forward with Paul from the Commissioner's team. Paul with a shot, saved there by Ben. Martin looking to get it under control. Does so, finds Lewis. Now Lewis on the run. Lewis with a shot. It's a bit wild there, and now Lewis for Scandinavia sees it back to his goalkeeper Wayne. Wayne to Chris as Scandinavia look to come forward now. He's looking for options. Chris, he's managed to get past one player. Plays up to Ryan. Can Ryan finish? Yes, he can. And that is the second goal for Scandinavia, and that is the equalising goal in this match. Good patient play there from Scandinavia, taking on a couple of players at a time. Eventually Ryan finds himself in some space, and as Paddy sees the danger there, tries to come across and tries to apply pressure, Ryan has too much of a cool head and manages to put the ball in the back of the net regardless. So 2-2 in this match, and Parmesan Belgrade lead has gone in this game. And now there may be a little bit of dread from Parmesan Belgrade. There's still plenty of time for them to get full control of this game. And that's a great interception now. Stephen comes forward, and that's a good save by Wayne, unfortunately, for Parmesan Belgrade. Wayne showing there his goalkeeping skills. As Scandinavia come forward with Chris. Lewis almost got in front of Chris there to get the ball into the box to his goalkeeper, but there's still some action in the corner off camera, unfortunately. Ball switched across though, finds Ryan. Ryan has company though. It's not going to be as easy as first thought. Plays it back to Lewis. And Lewis for Scandinavia sticks it in the back of the net. Quite unbelievable there. It sounded like everything was being held there. Stephen, unfortunately, looks like he's got a little bit of maybe an accidental stand on or something like that. Ryan there has a little bit of space because of that. And then Lewis gets in front of Martin and sticks the ball away. And that is 3-2 now for Scandinavia. And Scandinavia have got themselves into pole position to be walking away with 3 points. As Chris comes through now, can Chris convey it here? Chris with a shot. Good save there by Ben to deny Chris. Parmesan Belgrade trying to get the ball out of their half. They have done so with Stephen though. Played it through to Lewis. Back to Stephen. Can Stephen convert? Takes this little ding. What a save there by Wayne. Almost a second opportunity there for Stephen. But fortunately for Scandinavia, they're able to defend the opportunity. So Parmesan Belgrade definitely not out of this game. They are still fighting. They are still pushing forward. It's a good save there by Ben. And then Lewis from Scandinavia shots completely wide. Martin takes that away from Chris as Martin looks to get forward now. He tries to play to Lewis. It's intercepted though by Ryan. Ryan pushing forward. Scandinavia takes a shot. And it's so powerful. Ben doesn't even move to be able to save it there. Ryan has all the time in the world there in the middle of the pitch, pushes forward. Stephen tries to come across the block, and the shot goes in the back of there, and Ben can't even react to it. 4-2 the score line in this match as it starts to run away from the Parmesan boys. They really need to get themselves another goal to stop this becoming a bit of a romping. But Scandinavia now have the ball once again in the middle of the pitch to Chris. Chris rides the tackle there, and it's a good save from Paddy to deny Chris there. Action in the corner shot there as Chris comes out with the ball, looks to play it all the way back to his defensive line there. The ball switched over to Paul from Commissioner's team, then eventually goes all the way back to defence there. Adam really neatly goes past Luke there, but it's been intercepted by Ben. Ben now with the shot, Ben with the goal, and that's exactly what Parmesan Belgrade needed in this match. Good interception there by Ben, and then he comes forward, takes the shot there and puts it in the back of the net past Wayne in goals there. And that could be a little bit of a morale booster for Parmesan Belgrade, that they've got themselves back into this game and it hasn't ran away from them yet. There's still plenty of time for either team to push on in this game, for Scandinavia to get some more goals or Parmesan Belgrade get themselves back in. But we shall see what happens as Stephen takes a shot that goes wide of the goal there. And now Scandinavia will come forward. Chris to Paul. Paul to Adam. Adam now with the shot, and Paddy produces a good save once again. Ball still in Scandinavia possession. It goes to Paul, and Paul finishes that move off superbly with a lovely placed shot, unfortunately for Parmesan Belgrade. But Scandinavia showing real title winning contention here. It's a fantastic shot there by Paul. Has to be noted though, obviously Paul is from the Commissioner's team, so no guarantee that he will be in that team when they come to potentially lift the title, if that so happens. But they will be thankful for his efforts there as Stephen eventually is almost tackled, lost the ball, but Ben there to help. Parmesan Belgrade looking to try and find some space in this Scandinavian team that they can take advantage of. As the ball played long over the ceiling, can he finish the volley? And it goes wide, unfortunately. Chris will come across and pick up for Scandinavia, and will look to push forward. He rides past Ben there, through on goal, takes a shot. Brilliant finish there by Chris. And will he be the main difference maker that will send Scandinavia towards securing the title in the upcoming weeks? He definitely made an impact on this game, and with that goal, it's changed the scoreline now to 6-3, giving Scandinavia a 3-goal cushion in this game. And with my vantage point looking at the time remaining, it's very unlikely that Parmesan Belgrade will be able to get a draw out of this game, as Lewis there for Scandinavia realises he's taken a bad touch and a little bit of banter between the teams there as he hands it back for a restart. Now, Parmesan Belgrade could cut down the goal deficit here and help their goal differences. Paddy comes forward, and that's a great save there by Wayne to keep the scoreline 6-3 in this match. A little bit of action there just off camera as Paddy plays the ball forward to Stephen. The ball bounced around here, and Stephen up against his brother Chris, which viewers might not be aware of. Our two brothers there playing against each other find themselves at opposite ends of the table as well. Ben tries to play the ball out, does so successfully all the way up to Stephen. Stephen there with opportunity, tries to do a little bit of fancy footwork, but doesn't come off, and Matthew has the ball. Matthew, now there's space in the middle. Can he find Chris? Yes, he does. Chris moves forward, takes the shot, and Chris piles on the misery for Scrandinavia, and into the latter ends of this game adds a 7th goal to Scandinavia's tally there. Lovely shot by him, and big credit to Matthew for finding Chris there in space in the middle of the pitch there. As Scandinavia quickly get the game underway, there should be just seconds left of this game. There it is, referee's final whistle, 7-3 to Scandinavia. Game number 11, as we are heading towards the end of Week 10, sees O.B City versus Flaberdeen. O.B City in black shooting left to right, and Flaberdeen in blue shooting right to left. Both these teams are looking to pick up as much points as possible, as they are in very close proximity to each other in the league, been trading places a lot of this season. As Barry there with a great save to deny early on the chance for O.B City to go in front through Goggs. Goggs there with the ball, looking to find Nathan, does so. And now Nathan's looking to try and get the shot away, and another great save there by Barry, and held on to it as well. Fantastic glove work there from Barry as he rolls the ball out to Sean. Sean there with the opportunity, show him the shot, and it's bounced off the post cruelly for Sean and for Flaberdeen there, being denied a great opportunity. Flaberdeen looking to come forward now after O.B City unable to convert there. Doug with the ball, looks to play through to Craig. Craig there with a shot, Matthew there with a save, and then the lucky bounce off of Adam there to get it under control. O.B City looked to get the ball away, but it's been intercepted by Doug there, as Nathan there looks like off the ball there, getting a little bit tripped up with the feet, but everything okay from there as the ball goes to Brian. Sean tries to intercept but is unable to, and Brian will get another chance now. Finds Nathan, plays it back to Goggs, and Goggs there with the finish, and we have the opening goal in this game. Brian looking to get the ball through into the middle of the pitch, and does so. Great ball to Nathan. Nathan, a lovely little touch there. Goggs reading it well, comes across and fires that past Barry in goals. And after Barry's goalkeeping expertise earlier on, he's unfortunately beaten in this game to make it 1-0 to O.B City. So O.B City in the driving seat now. They will be the happier of the two teams just now, as Flaberdeen looking to try and get back into this game as the action happens into the bottom corner of the Flaberdeen half. Goggs to shot, and a great save there by Barry to deny Goggs and O.B City a second goal in this match as the ball bounced around the O.B City box. Ball played to Goggs, lovely little touch over the top to Matt. Matt with the shot, a great save there by Barry, and Flaberdeen looking to kick off from their free kick now. In fact, no, sorry, that was a bit of confusion with the other refs that whistled on the pitch. This is Flaberdeen into the O.B City half. Jamie looks to play it through. Jamie now, can he finish? Oh, great goalkeeping there from Matthew. Jamie with some lovely footwork there, but unable to get the reward for his effort as Nathan takes the ball down for O.B City through to Goggs. Goggs up against Barry C. Takes a shot and it bounces off the post. And after getting the goal early on, everything is denying Goggs. The post, the goalkeeper, and even his own luck, as Barry in goals for Flaberdeen gets that ball away, finds Doug. Doug now with a shot, Matthew with the save, and unfortunately Jamie can't get on to the end of it. It's been absolute end-to-end stuff, but no other goals other than O.B City's early goal through Goggs, as Barry C with a chance now, and eventually Willie clears that away for O.B City. And incredibly enough, we've had no more goals as we enter the final piece of play here. Just one goal in it. O.B City look to break forward. Willie with the shot, but it's deflected away as the action happens into the bottom corner there. As any moment now, the ref is going to blow the whistle to end this match. As he does, 1-0 to O.B City is the final score. Final game of Week 10 sees Rapid Viennetta versus Bayern Bru. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting left to right, and Bayern Bru, the early opportunities here, in purple shooting right to left. So last game of our Week 10 fixtures sees these two teams meet. Rapid Viennetta, who have spent the majority of the season high up in the league table, while Bayern Bru has spent the majority of time at the bottom of the table. But both have had a reverse in fortunes. Bayern Bru's form has improved while Rapid Viennetta has started to slightly decline. So it'll be interesting to see the outcome of this game as Martin for Bayern Bru makes a lovely run with the ball at feet all the way through. Can he get the shot away? He does, and he gets the goal amazingly. Brilliant run there from Martin from the centre of the pitch all the way around, almost like the long way round he took there. Cal keeping him company all the way, takes the shot, and unfortunately for James, it goes through the legs of him there and is unable to keep it out. So there is the opening goal in this match, and it goes to Bayern Bru, who, as I said there at the start of the match, have had an uptick in fortunes and have got the lead in this match. Rapid Viennetta, though, looking to come forward. We've seen them already this week in the games, in the highlights for this week, be really ruthless in their counter-attacking, and we're going to see another display in it here as Roscoe has the ball. Great volley, great goal by Roscoe. The answer to that question was no. We're not going to see so far Rapid being ruthless. We're going to see Bayern being ruthless. Fantastic long ball there all the way through to the on-running Roscoe. And a great volley there into the back of the net. And Rapid Viennetta finding themselves now 2 goals behind as Bayern Bru look to come forward once again, but it's picked up by Niall, and the opportunity there is denied. Just a quick note of apology to viewers. Obviously, the sun is actually really bad in this footage, that you're almost losing everything in the middle of the pitch. It was just incredibly sunny, and it just, as it set, it was going right into the camera's eyes as Gareth gets the shot away, but James matches it there. Still can see the action fine in front of the goals, which is where all the important stuff happens, as Roscoe has the ball at feet and takes the shot, and James pushes that onto the crossbar. Great save by him there. Stephen now with the ball at feet looks to find Roscoe. Roscoe looking to push forward through the sun flare. Roscoe still going. Roscoe, can he finish now? Oh, well, I thought he wasn't. I thought he was going to pass it there, but he decided to roll it back to the foot and take it as Martin takes the shot. And this time Roscoe's pass does meet a teammate. It is Martin, and Martin gets his second of the game. The on-loan commissioner player could be making his stake for a permanent move into Bayern Bru. This might be his shop window he's advertising for, and he's definitely doing an impactful job in that as Rapid look to try and get back into this game after Martin's great goal from the pass from Roscoe there. So 3-0 to Bayern Bru. Rapid will be having a torrid time with the current state of the fixtures of this match. So they've had some luck this week already. It's not a total disaster, but Bayern Bru will be delighted this as we finally get up and going once again. Lovely turn away there though by Stevie. Looks to play out wide to Niall, and Niall does get the goal there. And that is the opening goal for Rapid Viennetta in this match. They reduce that difference from Bayern Bru there to only 2 goals. Great turn there by Stevie, and then a good head up there to pick out Niall on the far side to finish that off. So it's 3-1 now is the score as the ball's been intercepted once again. Rapid coming forward, Cal with the shot, saved there by the goalkeeper, and now Bayern Bru could be in a prime position to take advantage here. Roscoe looks to play it across. Now Bayern Bru come forward with the shot, and there's Ash getting the goal there. Ash with another goal this week for Bayern Bru. They are hard to see, unfortunately, because of the sun, but as he emerges from the glory of the sunlight, his shot ricochets into the back of the net, and we can see it for all its glory. 4-1 now is the scoreline for Bayern Bru, and they will be elated that they are in a driving position as Jack puts the ball in the back of the net. Well, they still are, Bayern Bru, in the driving position right now, but it's going to be a bit more tense as Jack there. Lovely back heel to him there, manages to finish off the attack. Almost out of nothing there, and that's a great goal for Rapid Vienna to get them back into this game. So 4-2 now the score with that goal as they come forward again. Rapid Vienna on the counter, but Roscoe is the quickest back to intercept that ball. Ball being quickly played out by the goalkeeper to Martin. Martin, nice little turn, looking for some support here, looking for a teammate. Still options there, finds Ash. Ash, will he take the shot on? Goes through one, plays it back to Colin. Colin with the shot, Colin with the goal, and Bayern Bru reply back instantly after Jack's goal for Rapid Viennetta there. Ash, lovely little run, lovely pass there, some great trickery with the feet there to find Colin, and then Colin puts it in the back of the net with confidence there to make it 5-2 to Bayern Bru in this game, and their 3-goal lead is now back in place, and they will be happy that they are in that controlled position once again. Rapid Viennetta will be wondering how they found themselves so far behind in this game, unfortunately, but that is just the way that it is. They've had some good attacking play and they have been looking good this week, but unfortunately just haven't been able to apply it into this match. Bayern Bru coming forward once again. Martin running on the outside there. Now, can he find a teammate while he's in that corner? Is there somebody he can find to? There's someone at the back. It's Stephen. Will he finish? Yes, he does. And it's another goal for Stephen there, and another goal for Rapid Viennetta. Lovely pass to pick him out at the back post there. Gets the shot away, and unfortunately for James there in goals, he is unable to get a hand on this. So that's now 6-2 in this match. Absolutely in control, Bayern Bru. They're in the position that they look they're going to walk away with 3 points. And as we enter the last bits of play here, that certainly looks the case for Bayern Bru, that they'll be comfortably walking away with these points. Great points for them. 6-2 as the referee blows the final whistle is the scoreline in the end. Confirmation of the Week 10 final scores on your screen right now, including the absolute blistering 6-all at the start between Parmesan Belgrade and O.B, all the way through to our 6-2 in there with Bayern Bru against Rapid. And looking at the league table with all the scores in, Scrandinavia, Rapid Viennetta, Ivory Toast and Fatburn Rovers all keep their top 4 positions. O.B City leapfrog over Flaberdeen into 5th place. Bayern Bru stay above Parmesan Belgrade as the league title rolls on into next week. Fat Fives are constantly looking for new players. Our registration window is never closed. You can find our player registration form at our website, fatfives.football. Fat Fives are delighted to offer opportunities to all local, national and international businesses to work in partnership with our sponsorship programme. Head to fatfives.football/sponsor to see our brochure. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you're notified of all the highlights for this upcoming season.